Honorable Minister Salman Khurshid, Excellency Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Laos, Minister of Myanmar, Excellency the Secretary General ASEAN, and Mr. Siddharth Bela, President of FICCI, Ambassadors, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me just say thank you for the Government of India and FICCI for organizing this flagship event every year. And on behalf of my Foreign Minister, Deputy Prime Minister Honam Hong, let me expand his best wishes for this event. And he asked that I convey personally his best wishes to the Minister. He's currently undertaking a mission in Paris. Indeed, it is a great pleasure to be back at the Daily Dialogue once again, and I have the pleasure to be here 2 years ago when Cambodia was chairing the ASEAN. And it's always good to be back in New Delhi. I think I'm getting used to the Oberoi standard now. So looking forward for next year again. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I think as we look at the theme of this year Daily Dialogue, I realizing the ASEAN-India vision for partnership and prosperity, I cannot help but to look at the statement, the vision statement of the leader of ASEAN-India when they gathered here in New Delhi not long ago in 2012 for the ASEAN-India Commemorative Summit to mark the 20th anniversary of the ASEAN-India dialogue relation. Since many significant commitments were made by both ASEAN and India leaders as prescribed in their adopted vision statement. To make this vision a reality, I like to focus mostly my remark on the necessity for both ASEAN and India to look for ways and means to translate this important commitment into practical action and delivered in an effective and timely manner. Only through concrete and measurable outcome can we appreciate better and clearer on the progress and advancement of our strategic partnership. In this regard, allow me to share a few points which I believe deserve priority and consideration from both ASEAN and India. First, on the ASEAN-India Plan Action to implement the ASEAN-India Partnership for Peace, Progress and Prosperity 2010-2015. I am of the view that there is an urgent need for ASEAN and India to put good effort to actively and timely implement all the remaining action line and measure under the current plan action. Since the current plan action is due to expire next year, ASEAN and India should start in earnest to consider crafting a new and bolder action, with the view to ensure that all new action measures are not only responsive to the new and emerging regional and international issue of common concern, but are also well supportive and consistent with the priority as set forth under the vision statement adopted by our leader. Second, on the follow-up of the report of the ASEAN-India Eminent Person Group, I recognize a few of the eminent person in this room, and I was happy to be part of the group. I'm smiling at the Indian eminent person. Greetings. Yes. I wish to recall that the report was submitted to the leader ASEAN and India at the 10th ASEAN-India Summit in Phnom Penh, Cambodia in 2012. The report, I must say, was an impressive stock-taking exercise of the past 20-year achievement of India-ASEAN partnership, and it has provided key recommendations for further advancing the ASEAN-India partnership to a higher level. One of it is the suggestion by the EPG that to achieve the bilateral trade target of 200 billion by 2022 under the ASEAN-India Free Trade Area. In this regard, I would like to encourage ASEAN and India to look at these key recommendations suggested by our eminent person and to explore a creative way once again to translate them into concrete results, which can to a great extent complement the work under the action plan, the plan action. I believe that such achievement would bring another important contribution to the enhancement of the ASEAN-India strategic partnership. Third, on connectivity. Let's face it, India is one of the two dialogue partner ASEAN that share the longest border with ASEAN member states. And this geographical proximity do offer enormous economic potentials, which, one exploited by India and ASEAN, could lead to mutual beneficial cooperation. We all know that infrastructure connectivity is of paramount importance to the economic growth of both ASEAN and India region, as it helps to facilitate the movement of goods, service and people, and to provide new business opportunity for many companies in ASEAN and India. In this regard, I am encouraged to hear the Minister of India and all the speakers before me stressing and highlighting the need to complete the construction of the India-Myanmar-Thailand trilateral highway and its extension to Laos and to my country, Cambodia. The new highway project connecting India, Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, as well as developing the Mekong-India Economic Corridor, connecting Southeast Asia to South Asia on the eastern part of India. The realization of this vital linkage would contribute significantly toward ASEAN-India connectivity, which are key factors in realizing the ASEAN-India strategic partnership. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, ASEAN-India relation is not only about political and economic cooperation between government and government. It is more importantly about people-to-people linkages. As we continue to push for closer cooperation and partnership for peace and prosperity for our people, the real challenge for me has always been more on the how than the why. So how can we in ASEAN-India provide the necessary means and better opportunities for our people to get better connected? And how could we help to nurture this partnership with maximum potentials? How can we deliver faster results, or metaphorically better and more tastier fruits of our mutual beneficial cooperation and partnership? Excellency Minister, ladies and gentlemen, enhancing relation with ASEAN has been central to India Look East policy. India progress is ASEAN progress. ASEAN growth is also India's growth. Cambodia wishes to encourage India to continue its strong support to ASEAN top priority agenda, which is the ASEAN Community 2015, which is only 1 year ahead. In closing, let me once again reiterate the vital importance for ASEAN and India to remain committed to implement all their existing commitments made over the past year, and to capitalize on this add momentum to accelerate the speed of our journey toward realizing ASEAN-India partnership for progress, peace and prosperity. I have no doubt, listening just tonight and all the substantive exchange, and tomorrow also, I believe that those exchanges will enrich us, for attending the ASEAN, the Daily Dialogue 6. But the challenge is that when we go home with all this new insight, what are we going to do about it? I believe that when we go home with this new insight, we should further promote within our own government, within our own community, all this new idea in order so that we can advance the ASEAN-India vision for partnership and prosperity. On that note, I thank you.